Hey y'all, I'm James Wright, and welcome to Munising, Michigan. Today we've got a really fun one. This is one of my favorite wrecks. This is the Smith Moore. It went out of the harbor, and it struck another boat and sunk, and it is sitting perfectly on the bottom at about 95 feet. And it is a really, really old, one of the first steam-powered ships. It still had masts, so it could do rigging, but it had a steam engine. And it has ornate wood scrolling on it. The railings on it are beautiful, and it is just a lot of fun. So we're going to go and dive down on this one, which I have been really looking forward to coming back to. So we're going to hop on board the Lockwood Explorer and go dive in. Welcome to the Lockwood Explorer 2 from Loves Park Scuba. This is a fantastic boat to dive off of, and this is Jeff, my dive buddy. The two of us will each have 100 cubic foot tanks. As we go down in this, it's down at pretty deep depth. On the bottom, it's about 90 feet deep, and we wanted as much time down there as we could, pushing our no decompression limits. So we come down on the stern next to the pilot house, which you can see right here off to the left. And there's not too much left on that because most of it is metal, and the metal corrodes a lot faster than the wood does. There's this really cool railing running all the way around the stern of the boat, though a lot of it has been torn off. There's a few spots that are still up there. We'll take a look at that when we come back, but it is it's kind of beautiful. The boat has several cargo holds along it, but back here at the stern by the pilot house, there is the old boiler which goes up a couple stories. We didn't get the chance to swim to the top of it. I always forget to do that. But we're going to start going forward on the boat and looking into the cargo holds. Most of them are getting full of sand and debris and dust, and they are becoming good homes for other friends in the deep. But some of them have the capability to swim through, but most of them do not. They're pretty well tight and starting to fill up. There's a lot of artifacts on here that are surprisingly well maintained and in beautiful condition. I was very surprised with the condition of this. It's one of the great things about the Lake Superior wrecks is some of them look just absolutely gorgeous. This is the midship mast, or what is left of it. It would have gone up from there. But beside that is actually the rigging from the rat lines that would be running up to hold the mast in place. And so right now this is, it's collapsed, and so the lines now hang over the side of the boat. Here you can see it's not too far down on this side because it is starting to fill up with sand. On the other side it goes down quite a bit. We're going to poke into another one of the cargo holds and see if I could swim through there. And no, it's still a little too tight on this one. There was only one of them that we were able to go through, but a lot of it was just fascinating to explore. Unfortunately, the visibility was not that good on this dive. In the past when I've been here, it's been a lot better, but today it wasn't quite as well. On the south side of the wreck, there isn't as much sand down here, so you can actually go a little ways down the wreck. And down at the bottom, it's about 95 feet deep, so it's pretty good. But up on the deck, it's around 85 or so. Another cargo hold we can peek into, and this one we can actually go into a good bit because the decking above is blown out. So the cargo hold isn't actually in a hold. Here you can see where the decking originally was, but it is all broken out. And then we're going to continue forward to the front mast and the forward mast. And this is actually broken off a little lower and kind of interesting. But here we are in the the fore cargo bay, right up at the bow of the ship. And a lot of debris in there, but yeah, that's normal. There's just a lot that's been broken down on this. It went through quite the ringer when it wrecked and sank. But it is kind of interesting to see how the boat was built, and looking at the knees and how all the joinery went through on this was absolutely fascinating. It's in such good shape because the wood just doesn't, the wood does not corrode as fast as the steel, so it maintains itself very, very well. So here we're right up at the bow of the ship, and it's split out on one side. You'll see it in a moment when I get up past the bow and turn around. The starboard side of the boat is still connected to the bow, but right there's the starboard side running out. But the other side isn't actually connected right there to the post. It has popped off. So kind of an interesting, I don't know if that was part of the wreck or the way it was. This is the very front mast, how it was broken off here. It's very cool to see all of the ornate woodwork that went into this. another capstan up by the front of the ship. This is one of several bilge pumps that are actually up on the deck, and I would have loved to have seen how they plumbed those down into the bilge. Just a fascinating piece of history. So then we're going to continue along the other side of the ship, and we're back to the engine near the rear of the ship once more. And I wanted to go all the way to the back and take a look at the railing, because some of it is busted off and some of it is still here. You can see this stuff standing up is about 6 foot tall. It is just a gorgeous piece of millwork going all the way along the rear end of the ship here. Someone really spent a lot of time making this, and it's beautiful to see some of it still intact, though a lot of it has been broken off over the years. That which is still intact is very, very cool. So that's about it for the dive. We are going to come back to our ascent line and go back up to the boat. And just like that, you can get out of the water very, very quickly if you do this quick maneuver. Look at that. That's a lot of fun. After that, Dan's going to take us out for a quick boat ride, explore the sights. Munising, Michigan is absolutely beautiful, from kayaking and hiking to viewing the sights and scenery. It is a lot of fun up here.